Greetings. My name is Professor Devon Adams. I'm a retired doctor of anthropology with a PhD from the University of Madison, Wisconsin. For years, I've been researching modern humans that have stayed hidden in the American wilderness for over the past century. One of the cases I've come across during my years of research involves the lost group of hydrocephalic patients that migrated into the San Diego mountains after being released from mental institutions before World War II. In 1942, to prepare for the coming war, many medical institutions in Southern California tried to free up space for potential casualties that could be flown in from the theater of war taking place in the Pacific. This was a big initiative, specifically here in the San Diego mountains, because of the massive port for incoming U.S. warships and hundreds of aircraft. Impossible as this may seem, many patients in local hospitals that had some reasonable level of independence or were not a harm to themselves or to others were quietly released to fend for themselves. They simply opened the doors of these places and let the patients wander into the mountains. Where this gets kind of crazy is in 1941, there were 5 patients suffering from hydrocephalus in St. Andrew's Hospital in San Diego County. The hospital was located east of the city and rested in the low mountains near La Mesa. On October 21st, 1941, as a result of having no formal record of family or next of kin, these patients were released from St. Andrews on their own accord. I just find that just shocking. Again, my hope by setting up this camp and by examining sites here and around the San Diego mountains is to find proof that these patients actually lived here for years. And if they did, if it's all true, how long did they live and were they able to thrive? Though it seems unlikely, could some of them still be here? Locals who have heard of these cases chalk it up to folklore or an effort to discourage hunters or hikers that increase the risk of fire in this area. Obviously, it's very, very dry. Look, I'm well aware this effort comes with many challenges and high levels of skepticism. Many of my colleagues consider this work to be foolish or a waste of money and resources. They liken it to research of Bigfoot or searching for the Loch Ness Monster, which is coincidentally why I've started this work independently as part of my retirement. I'll be posting my progress as well as my discoveries on a weekly basis or as often as they occur. What is quickly becoming apparent, though, is that there is some strange activity going on up here. I'm capturing some very unsettling imagery on my security cameras at night. Just to let you know, I've been out exploring and have gone pretty far in the woods. Thankfully, with this bad boy, I can get really, really deep and get very, very remote in the mountains here, which has been extraordinary. And as I was riding, I just came across this behind me, which is giving me some concern right there. I'm gonna go take a walk and see what's going on there. I have no idea what this structure is, unless it's just some kind of shelter that was built. But again, there's not supposed to be anything out here, so I'm gonna be a little cautious here. Yeah, well, whatever it is, looks like it's been abandoned for years. I just wanted to do a couple quick updates. You're going to have to forgive the shaky cam and the sound. I'm up here with my dog, and we're very high up, and the wind is blowing pretty hard. But just based on some of the comments that I've gotten on the posts so far, the big question is, how did I learn about the lost tribe of hydrocephalics? And that came from a colleague of mine who was up in these mountains in the 80s doing an excavation of the Kumaya Indians. They were one of the last tribes to leave the mountains in the West Coast because the climate was so temperate, and it was a kind of an amazing place to hunt and live. What my colleague discovered was this skull, and you can tell by the skull, this individual had a pretty severe case of hydrocephalus. So, why did I jump to the conclusion that this skull must be from the rumored hospital exiles of World War II? First of all, there's no known case of hydrocephalus in Native Americans. Next, our group in Madison, Wisconsin, did an analysis of the teeth that were found in this individual and that had a diet similar to most items that you'd find commonly in institutionalized care, rather than common meats and grains regularly associated in the diets of local native tribes. One can say that's a bit of a leap, but in my opinion, it's worth the effort. Also, I want to confirm, based on other comments that I've received, I don't expect patients released from the hospital to still be alive up here. Obviously, that was 80 years ago. But what does seem congruent with the sightings that I've had so far is that I may be seeing second-generation members or families that have just survived this austere way of life for years. Thanks for following, folks. I just went around and gathered all the footage of my 4 trail cams. I've got 4 cams set up around a 10-acre perimeter, and very disturbing. There is absolutely no question that I've come across people or someone up here, and I'm not quite sure how normal it all is, but I'm going to show you. Yeah. Here we go. Hey folks, Devon Adams here again with another video in my search of the hydrocephalic patients that were released in 1942 from St. Andrew's Hospital in San Diego. I am way up high and the weather is bad and it looks like it's going to get worse. So I'm probably going to pack it in for the night, but I'm going to show you guys some more videos of some activity that's been going on over the past couple days here. And I'm a little alarmed because I'm worried that this weather may have an effect on some of the contact I'm having and some of the activity around my camp. I'm not quite sure what this weather is going to do. Anyway, listen, the other thing I wanted to kind of share with you guys is from now, oh man, dude, I gotta get out of here. From now on, I think it's best that I use the, it's very hard for me to intro every single video with the lost hydrocephalic patients of St. Andrews in the San Diego mountains in 1942. When the term at the time is they were known as waterheads, that was the expression, they were known as waterheads. I think moving forward from now on, I'm going to use that expression just for the economy of time, of communication. Oh man, I'm concerned what this is going to do with some of these sightings I've had. From now on, I'm just going to use the expression waterheads, and I hope that doesn't offend anybody, but it's just easier for me to be able to get the information out. So again, I hope that doesn't offend anybody. Stay tuned, more stuff coming. Okay, I keep hearing shit outside my trailer, so I put on the infrared filter and I'm coming out, and I'm going to see what I can see here. Good morning. Just a quick video to say I think I'm gonna pack it in. I think I'm going to hook this sucker up and head back in the city. I saw something last night that makes me feel like I need to be better prepared out here. Was basically done for the day, packing up, settling down in here, and I was breaking apart the camera, and I saw something that I can't explain, and I just don't think I'm safe here anymore. So I think the plan is I'm gonna hook the sucker up, get back to LA, get the proper provisions, and even potentially something to defend myself with. I mean, I don't want to seem dramatic. I just, you know, and then come back up. But I think it's prudent for me to make sure that it's not just that's protecting me, given the footage that I'm going to show you right now. So anyway, I will, and when I'm in LA, I'm going to review all the footage, and I'll be posting some of the stuff that I was doing. But for right now, I think it's better that I head out. I was actually going to head out last night, but obviously, as you can tell, this weather would not have been good trying to get out of here. So more to come. there's something tapping on the trailer. It's the morning, and I looked outside and I can't see anything. I can't see anything out here. So I don't know what that tapping is, but I'm not feeling really comfortable. What the fuck? Holy fuck. Okay. Something just banged on my trailer. Something banged hard on my trailer. Devon Adams back again, and thankfully in the city. I made it down a couple days ago, and I just wanted to post an update for you guys because I've been reviewing footage since I've been back, and I've come across some pretty chilling shit. But there is just no question that not only was I being watched when I was in the mountains, I was actually being tracked. So take a look at this. And again, I'll keep reviewing and posting as things reveal themselves. But yeah, more to come. Hey, so want to give you a demonstration of how big some of these rocks are here. These massive boulders, which would clearly be fantastic shelter for people if they were trying to escape from the elements. So I'm going to turn around my camera. So, okay, here's just an example of this boulder structure. Absolutely huge. This would be a shelter from rain, wind, any of the elements up here. So I do think these boulders represent an amazing location if you're looking for shelter or trying to get out of the wind or the rain, if not for weeks, perhaps even months, or potentially even years. These are huge rocks. They're massive boulders. So anyway, we'll see, but I'll pack it in for now and we'll see what happens tomorrow. This is a video of me and a crew member from a previous expedition in a Polaris Razor. It's an amazing vehicle to get to some difficult places. But I wanted to show you this next clip as evidence of another encounter that took place up at the mountain camp. I didn't even notice this figure at the time because I was busy looking at the gauges on the Razor as I was entering the camp location. But take a look at what I saw while reviewing the footage this week.